118 luxury retail focus groups. Why not kind of hang out where your peers are and kind of gain an understanding of what's working for other people and then become part of the discussion? It's really important to kind of throw yourself into, I guess, the proverbial fire to be successful when you're using LinkedIn. So as I was recruiting for a luxury brand, and they approached me about adding diversity to their pipeline. So a company came to me, a luxury retail company came to me and said, hey Ken, listen, we like to recruit talent in general. So all right, well great, I'm an executive recruiter, this is what I do. I find the most talented people in the market, talk to them about your organization, and then hopefully leverage a conversation that will be of mutual advantage to both parties. So they said, look, we need you to go out and recruit some people. We're going to give you 5 markets, right? So this is where it got interesting. They said, we're going to give you New York City, of course, because we're in New York City. We can do that. And they said, we're also going to give you Chicago. So we're pretty leveraged in Chicago, even though we're East Coast executives, but Midwest, we like people out there. They said they're going to give us Miami. That's when we really got excited. We're like, oh, we get to go to Miami and spend some time? Yeah, definitely, we'll take Miami. And then San Francisco and Los Angeles. So they gave us some really great markets to do some recruiting in, and I found probably, some of the most talented people in this industry in this country are in those 5 locations: New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Miami. Pretty much, you got it. If you're working there and you're having success, you're probably pretty talented. So we were comfortable with the fact that we could identify the most talented people in the marketplace. But what tool could we use to kind of make an introduction and get referrals? And we chose to use LinkedIn. We thought, let's start there and kind of see what's going on. So what I noticed when I went through some of the LinkedIn profiles, I just thought you guys were underselling yourself. I'm like, wow, like for all the stuff that people do, and some of these numbers I would see from these luxury retail managers were so incredible. Like people were doing millions of dollars of business, and they might have in their profile, greet and attend to customers. No, you sold $5 million in furs last year. Like, are you serious? So I thought that there were some things that people needed to do on LinkedIn, and it basically came out to what's missing. Well, I'm sorry, what is your profile missing? So the high resolution image branding photo. I think with people in luxury retail, you can actually even have a little fun with your photo. I'm going to show you a profile of a young lady that actually is in Miami. And if one of you guys know her, that's great, because I was begging her to come here, and I hadn't heard back from her, but I wanted her to come. But anyway, I think you should have a great photo. A keyword optimized headline, and I'll go through that with you guys as well, what that looks like, right? I also believe some quantifiable metrics. Everybody just says, I'm responsible for, I'm a key holder, or I'm a manager responsible for five sales associates. Well, let's talk about the numbers. Like, give us some more information, because as a recruiter, I'm looking for the numbers. I want to know that you're a leader in your space. So the numbers, quantifiable metrics, are extremely important for us. Also, media, print and visual. We're going to show a young lady's profile here today that does a great job of projecting media onto her LinkedIn profile. And it really gives you an idea of where she's had impact, what it is that she's doing at her actual store. And then video references. No one takes advantage of this, but wow, how about if you have a great customer? Let's just say you're in Miami and Dwayne Wade happens to come through and he buys some stuff off of you. Man, wouldn't it be great to have 20 seconds of him saying, hey, I stopped by the XYZ store and I worked with Isabella, and wow, she hooked me up. He might actually charge you for that, actually. But I just think if you can say, look, if you're doing a great job and you say, look, I just need 15 seconds, I'm gonna pull out my iPhone, just tell them you were here and you worked with me, this would be great. My kids will love it. And then it just happens to end up on your LinkedIn profile. So now everybody's like, wow, Dwayne Wade goes to Isabella, she really is working with some of the top people in the space. And you're in a market where that actually can happen. Like, it could be anybody that could walk into your location. And if you can leverage that, even leverage the relationship, some of you guys may have them as personal clients, but if you can leverage